A lot of people in the market, they talk about the term quality and they just throw it around very loosely. So what would you define as quality in your own terms as an engineer, right, with 25 years of experience in real estate?
I do agree that a lot of people use term quality very, very loosely, right? It is a very good quality product without even defining what quality means. Now, let me give you an example when it comes, how do we kind of define quality when it comes to real estate? Look at this glass. Now, a good product has to have a glass which has to be double glazed. Now look at this glass. This is a double glazed glass. Now, when it is double glazed, it means there are two layers of glass, and then you have air cavity or a gas cavity inside. Now, when you have this kind of glass, what happens? This gives you sound insulation because there is a cavity between the two glass planes. There's a sound insulation and there is a heat insulation. Dubai, as we know, we have summers around 6-7 months in a year. We need amazing sound and heat insulation, particularly heat insulation, so that the air conditioning works properly and there is no loss of energy or loss of cooling to the outside ambient temperature. That's one. Second very important thing, about the glass. When you stand here, you are able to see outside. Now, let me go out. Now I would want you to see inside. Now we are standing outside and I want you to see inside. When you see inside, you're not able to see inside, you are just able to see your own mirror image. This is something called internal reflection index and external reflection index of glass. What you need is a higher external reflection index of glass so that when somebody sees outside in, he should be able to see only his own mirror image. He should not be in a position to see inside. But when I come inside, and now when I see inside out, I'm able to see a clear view of outside. This is because of the lower internal reflection index of the glass. Now, when you use the term quality means, in this case, enough consideration has been taken at the time of selecting a glass in such a way that it should have a lower internal reflection index and higher external reflection index. This is how I define quality when it comes to using the double glazed glass windows and doors.
And what about the air conditioning, right? I mean, a lot of people tend to overlook the air conditioning aspect of their property. What do you have to talk about in terms of selecting a good property that has quality air conditioning?
Look, there are three different types of air conditioning which is currently being used in Dubai. Number one is a district cooling system. In district cooling system, we have the chillers far away from where you live, and what you get is a chilled water supply coming to your own apartment or coming to your townhouse or villa, and then we have fan coil units, we have air handling units. And these air handling units bring down the temperature of the apartment or villa inside through throwing the air on the chilled water. And that's the simple mechanism which I'm trying to explain for the benefit of everyone. The second is a split system or split duct. The third system is the VRV. Well, VRV is the most, I would say, advanced system of air conditioning, which consumes lesser energy because it is variable refrigerant volume. When it's a variable refrigerant volume, obviously you are spending lesser in terms of energy. You save close to around 20 to 25% vis-a-vis other type of air conditioning system. And this villa also comes with a VRV system. So it works basically on the optimization of the refrigerant and optimization of the compressor use. That's how we have a lesser energy consumption and much better cooling when it comes to air conditioning, and VRV is considered to be, as I told you, both most advanced air conditioning HVAC solution.
Also, Kulwant, what about the technology that is being used when it comes to this whole community in terms of the developer or the contractor making these houses in particular?
Majorly, there are three different types of technologies which are currently being used by the developers in Dubai. One is My1 technology, which is basically used to construct tall towers. Then we have a precast technology, which is being used to make townhouses and villas. And then we have a conventional method of doing construction, which is basically casting the beam and the slab at the site, right? Now, precast technology is being used in Dubai mostly by all the developers in doing this construction for a couple of reasons. When you look at this kind of construction, all these walls are basically casted in away in the factory in Ras Al Khaimah or Fujairah, and it is bought from there. What happens? We do the foundation and the plinth over here. Once we do the foundation, you would have seen earlier when we went to site that the foundation work was being done. Then what happens once the foundation is done? We bring those precasted walls and precasted slabs. They're put on the plinth, and there is a grouting which is done between the two vertical members and the horizontal member to make it as a homogeneous construction, right? So it is a very fast method of construction. That's the reason we are able to deliver this project by 1st of July 2025, not even 2 years from now. And you would have seen, we just started the work 2 months back, and you have seen the progress because we are using the precast technology, and the quality of construction is good. Also, at the same time, at times these walls which are facing outside, when they are casted, we put the foam inside. And when you have the foam or a thermocol inside, it gives you the insulation. Similarly, the slab, what we are talking about, it has a cavity inside. So when you have a cavity, the way I explained to you, there is a cavity in the two glass. Similarly, there is always a cavity in this slab, right? When you have this cavity, it gives you sound insulation within the house also.
So sort of dampening of sorts, you would say, right?
For example, you are watching a television in your bedroom up, right? Yeah. And you don't want that sound to come or disturb someone else. Maybe somebody's having a dinner, or somebody's sleeping, or somebody's resting. You don't want sound to travel outside your room to any other room. And that's the reason these castings are designed in such a way that they kind of absorb the sound, and they do not let the sound transfer from one room to another room. The most important thing which I want to tell to all the viewers over here, that real estate is a really complex engineering stuff. Most people buy real estate but just by the look and feel of it, right? Most people buy real estate, they go and stand and say, "Oh, this is a nice view, fantastic. It looks fine, fantastic." But real estate is not about how it looks. It is also about what goes inside making such kind of product, right? And that's where people like you and me comes into picture, so that we can guide our clients what kind of product they are actually looking for.
But Kulwant, tell me, with a plethora of townhouse options in Dubai, why would anyone even want to consider something like California Village? What is the particular USPs that differentiate it from the rest of the competition?
Come, I'll show you. This is a villa inside a townhouse. This is just not a townhouse, this is a villa inside a townhouse. Let me qualify my statement which I'm trying to say. As you enter, you can see a wide big area in front of the entrance, right? Typical townhouse have a plot area of 1500 approximately, plus minus 50 square feet, right? Start from 1450, goes up to 1550. We're talking about 3000 square feet of a plot area. When you look at the entrance, this is a double door entrance. A typical townhouse have 3.5 feet wide door, but over here, as I always say, this is basically a villa inside a townhouse. Look at the size of the door. We're talking about 7 feet wide, thick double door. So it's 3000 square feet of plot area. Once again, double the size of plot which is available in the rest of the townhouses. Coming inside, a typical townhouse has living and dining of around 280 square feet area, right? That's the kind of standard. But California Village, we have townhouse wherein the living and dining is as big as 500 square feet. The kitchen size is 130 square feet as compared to rest of the kitchens which are available in the market, which are around 65 to 70 square feet.
Looks like we're in the kitchen. This is a closed kitchen with a pass-through window.
We have both the options, current open kitchen as well as closed kitchen. Look at the size of the kitchen, 125 square feet of beautiful closed kitchen, right? Fit for any kind of cooking, Indian, Arabic, or in open kitchen. Open kitchen you can have, or European cooking.
Okay, Kulwant, looks like we are in the master bedroom and it seems pretty big at the outset. Can you tell us more about it, please?
Khurana, I was talking to you and I was telling you this is villa inside a townhouse, right? Look at the size of this master bedroom, right? We're talking about master bed. Look at the space. Look at the space after the bed is even laid, right? Look at the space. And let me show you the best part of this. We're talking about walk-in wardrobe, a large size of walk-in wardrobe, and beautiful, very big bathroom, having both the options of shower cubicle as well as bathtub. We're talking about 450 square feet of master bedroom and master suite area. And let me also give you the comparison. If you look at some of the other townhouses available in Dubai, master bedroom is approximately 165 to 185 square feet. That's a kind of standard for a bedroom, right? Best case scenarios you can go up to 200, but over here we're talking about 450 square feet of master suite area.
Now, Kulwant, all said and done, these are very large townhouses, but in terms of price, how much are we looking at in terms of a ballpark figure? Could you shed some light on how anybody who wants to buy this can afford such a townhouse?
When you look at this, these are the big, large townhouses. They are generally 50% bigger than the average townhouse size available in Dubai. Right? A typical size of a townhouse here in California Village is approximately 3,000 square feet, and as I told you, the rest of the 3-bedroom townhouses available in Dubai is 2,000 square feet. So these are very spacious one, and they are very large as compared to what is available in the market. In terms of financials are also very, very attractive for our clients to buy. We're talking about price per square feet of approximately 1,110 dirhams per square feet, and this is at least 25% cheaper than the price which is available in the market, right? But that's not the end of it. This comes with an amazing payment plan, and as you know, the payment plan is a 7-year payment plan, out of which 5-year is post handover. So how it works: 15% at the time of booking, and then 5% after 6 months, and then again 5% after 6 months, and then again 5% after 6 months. Okay. So we're talking about 15% now, and 15% to be paid in 1.5 years. Oh, so that's 30% paid. Okay. 10% on handover, yeah, and then balance 60% to be paid after the handover in 20 quarterly installments. 20 quarterly installments. So that would make it 1% a month, basically. Right? Absolutely. I told you the price of around 1,110 dirhams a square feet, right? Yeah. This price is actually price what you see is on the agreement value, right? This is the agreement value. Okay. But when you calculate the net present value of this price, considering that developer is giving you 7 years of payment plan, when you calculate the net present value, right, you will realize that on an NPV basis, the price is around 980 or something. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, because I think you're talking about if I were to get a mortgage, and keeping in mind the fact that I will have to pay interest on a mortgage. Absolutely. When I can avail of this payment plan that is extended by this developer. Yes. So guys, this particular project, California Village, is exclusive with Better Homes. And if anybody would like to get in touch or get more information regarding this project, how can they reach out to you? They can reach out to me. My name is Kulwant Singh Khurana, and my number is 050-729-3328. It's 050-729-3328. You can send me a WhatsApp, and I'll be happy to respond to you. You can call me. I'm always there to help you out. Thank you so much for your time. I mean, from this moment on, I will make it a point to look at real estate in terms of a more technical aspect, right? Because a lot of engineering and attention to detail goes into developing a property and a community as such. It's very insightful to know about all these criteria that we should pay attention to. Not just look at the square footage, knock on walls, look at the ceilings. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Karan. I look forward to interact with you and the viewers. Thank you very much.